bag today. Hell
Oh man, what's up with y'all, man?
nah. Beautiful morning,
Yeah.
beautiful day.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What do you do, man? Good morning, good morning.
What's up,
Sir.
man? What's up, family?
Sir.
We in here, man.
Play that intro. Play that intro.
We in here, man.
Where we from, man?
You want to play the intro?
Yeah, play that
You want to
intro.
play the intro?
You gotta let them know.
Let me see.
You are listening to the City Talk Podcast.
Let's go. Another one. Hey, I got a quick question.
What's up, man?
Have a girl ever called you corny? You know that's the topic right now.
Yeah, man.
You know that's the topic. You know, have a girl ever called you corny?
I'm not to my face. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably even said something behind my back or whatever the case may be, but nah, not to my face. But yeah,
Me, I think I called corny a couple of times. It's mainly more so because I be abstract and my swag a little bit different. So I'm saying that to say, part to the lady, I was getting called corny all the time, but it was corny sauce. Now with the lady, I'm a corny boss. You know what I'm saying? No.
straight up, man.
I think back in high school they did say it, but I didn't care because it was like one of those things. For me, I was like, I can sit at any table I want.
Yeah, that was me.
So it was like I didn't care about the popular table, who had the Jordans or who was the geeks, who was the, all that, man. I didn't care about none of that. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to eat, bro. Like,
that's
I'm
it.
sit anywhere. I don't care. Why you hanging out with them? I'm like, you kind of corny. They corny. I'm like, man, I don't care. So it is funny just to see the thing with Michael B. Jordan and Joe Budden hating on him. And I'm like, bro, it's not that serious. Because he was pretty much saying, like, you being Michael B. Jordan now at this stage, you shouldn't be responding or, bringing that woman down.
I did see that. I didn't see it from Joe Budden. I seen it from, like, I guess another tweet. Someone else had said it, and they were just like, with him being almost 40, he shouldn't be. That's corny, just trying to saying something about it now. But I think he just making sure that she's standing on what she said, though.
That's
you know
it.
what I'm saying? Like, keep that same energy in a sense, because, like, if you sitting here, you trying to put me on blast before I became, like, huge, you know what I'm saying? By saying, oh, yeah, we used to make fun of him and all that stuff. Like, what's the point of even saying that then? You know what I'm saying? Because she almost 40-something too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what we talking about? But, nah, I seen that shit, man, and it is what it is. I kind of feel like the same thing what you were saying, T. Like, I wasn't worried about who was most popular and all that. So I was athlete, and I'm comfortable in my skin, bro. Like, I'm sitting anywhere I want to, man.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it.
Hey, put this on y'all. If you are one of those people that critique other people's growth later on in life, and reflecting back on who he or what they used to be, then I don't want to call you a bitch ass individual. But I'm just gonna say you real soft as hell for that, because you basically projecting your insecurities and then also representing your state of mind where it still is, meaning that you haven't even evolved. You still falling and don't even know it.
Yep. It's crazy.
Man, that's crazy. Ooh, that's crazy. That is crazy.
And it's like when you see it, and it's like that's the the topic of discussion on that podcast when they had it. And I'm like, wow, like dang, you took out the time just to say this man wasn't nothing. I was like, dang, he used to be corny. And we made fun of your name, like Michael B. Jordan.
That's the thing right there. Like, it ain't doing no good on that part, though. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where it get to, like, you could tell y'all just reaching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What else is y'all talking about? But hey, I don't know. It don't make sense to me to just pinpoint one person and just be like, or not a group or whatever the case may be, and just kind of bash. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing helpful. That it wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then like when you really look at it, it's like the kind of like the popular, the geeks, the corny people. Like when you look at the popular people, look at them now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like we can talk about that because you got the same person that was talking about him is interviewing the same corny person. That's why he said that. I feel like, you know.
Oh, absolutely, because she might have been quote unquote popular at that time. Like if you was with the group talking about it, you know. What I'm saying?
So it's just like it's just weird how that dynamic always change when because most of the time it's like when you in that light in school, you know what I'm saying, you kept the Jordans, you kept it up with it, with the Joneses, with everything. So it's just like now you get older, it ain't the same no more, so.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is I've come across, the cool guys back in the day. Or we could say the popular guys. I'm going to say that some people be so busy with keeping up with the Joneses and then just fast forwarding it up into the future that they still trying to keep up with the Joneses, even though life had hit them, meaning like kids, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That I'm going to just sum it up like this. They putting on a front to maintain what once was. And you can actually see through the cracks like, yo, bro, just be happy where you at. Just be yourself. You don't have to maintain that status because you had the quote unquote sauce back in the day. Just be happy where you at and evolve with your journey. People see right through all of that fake stuff. So I'm saying that to say this, why keep up with the Joneses? Yeah, keep up with yourself.
So you saying too, like it's like they kind of living in the past.
Correct, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you was so hype and got high off of that little hype that you had in high school or college or whatever the case may be, that you feel like now as an adult you gotta hold that, hold that up. You know what I'm saying? Without necessarily growing though.
Look, the fresh, what you said, the fresh clothes, the fresh everything. Just and going even deeper, man. Just if you look at it from a perspective of this, I'm talking about African American culture more so specifically, but then we can even go broad with this too, is that our bodies was the only thing that pretty much we had back in the day. So to sauce out your body and project that on out, it made it look like you had everything. So why continue? You can even take the race out of it. To project out materialistic wants, needs, etc. If you got it, you got it.
Right.
That's cool. But if you don't got it, why fake it? Just be you. At the end of the day, none of it matters.
And to be real, like growing up, I had all the nice clothes, I had all the nice shoes and all that stuff. But to be honest with you, my mom was struggling to get that. And what I mean by struggling, like in a sense, like to check, like she had a good job and all that stuff. We was good. I wasn't struggling, but we stayed in. It was a time we stayed in the projects. And you know what I'm saying, and that was just that, you know what I'm saying. But other than that, like my mom never owned a house, you know what I'm saying. But I had all the J's, had a nice clothes, so it really didn't mean nothing if you think about it, you know what I'm saying. And if I was to continue to carry that on, then I would be messed up, you know what I'm saying, and not and pretty much be recycling the process, you know what I'm saying. Because like if I'm just throwing all these fly-ass clothes on my kid and not really building him no character or something like that, you know what I'm saying, he gonna probably grow up and think like, oh, well, this is really what it's like to be popular and to feel good and to really be something, you know what I'm saying. But whole time you gotta build, put all type of morals and all that stuff in your child and keep that going, you know what I'm saying. And of course that was important for my mom. She let me be known like, hey, this ain't everything, you know what I'm saying. That's why I can even say it now. But make a long story short, the material shit didn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what you were saying though, Nuke.
That makes sense. And it's like, and for real, it's like when you really trip off of it, it's hard to be something that you're not.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you not really like, kind of like you get that, like back in high school, you say you got all that attention from all these people. And, that's what people was like, liking you for. Like, oh, man, he always fresh. It's kind of like temporary.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have those things, you won't even got the same swag no more.
It's
like
different.
It ain't the same. Like, man, you ain't doing it like you used to. Like, that ain't me. Now you can't even explain why that ain't you. Like that's all they seen. That's all they know about.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so now they looking at it like, man, he lost it, bro. He ain't getting the chicks like he used to, or. So it's just like
it wasn't even him.
It wasn't even
him or her,
Exactly. So it's like I never pride myself on that. So it's like now when I got older, and it's like when people see me like either fresh, new shoes, or whatever the case may be. I work hard for that. But at the same time, it don't define who I am, you know?
Exactly.
So it's like, if I have these things on, y'all want to look nice, feel good.
For sure.
But I'm the same person with or without that because I learned who I was before I'm getting these things.
You know what's crazy? Okay, so I don't want to take too much time, but I want to throw a couple of stories at you. And I really don't care about brands or image to this degree. I'm kind of tapped down deep just a little bit, but then bring it back up just to this point. When I was growing up, didn't really have much. Went to school, holes in my clothes, you know, dog pee, piss, shit, all on the clothes and everything. Not trying to degrade anybody in my immediate circle, but I'm gonna just say, like, I was living in an environment where, like, just to have clothes on my back was cool. You know, G-Ma, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? She was like that guardian angel, sprinkling just goodness in my life because it was in a dark place. But I'm saying that to say this. I remember going to school one time because all my clothes was dirty, like hella dirty. I'm talking about dirty because the dog used to sleep down in the basement. Like, he'd shit all on the clothes, pee on the clothes, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, okay, cool. What am I going to wear? What am I going to wear? I ain't got none because I used to wear the same clothes over and over and over till those clothes get ran through the ground. So I was like, what am I going to wear? So shoot, long story short, I'm like, all right, forget it. I'm finna go ahead and throw on these pajama pants. And long story short, those pajama pants I went to school in, and I had to keep my legs crossed the whole time that we were sitting up in the gym with my teacher. But my teacher came over to me. He was like, yo, Mr. Brownlee, hey, I'm digging those pants, man. Never forgot. I mean, I never forgot this moment because it was such a simple statement for him, but he greeted me with a smile at a time where I was feeling like 100% shit and felt embarrassed. But I'm saying that to say this, fast forwarding in the future, so when I finally got a little bit of money, because I was one of those kids like, okay, cool. I had to put clothes on my back, you know, regardless of what, you know, my G-Mom helped out the best that she could, literally. But I was one of those kids that had to go out here doing yard work. Luckily, man, and thankfully, man, nobody ever passed me no drugs because I would have been one of those kids out here like hustling hard time, like hard time. And I'm saying that to say this. So as I got older, started going out there grinding and getting it, cutting grass. We had an episode where we was talking about just going out here and get it, the grind, the grit. And that's when I was like, I was cutting grass all the time. And I had made more money in a day than a week when I was working at like Schnucks being a car boy. So, and I got furious about that check. But I'm saying all that to say this. Then when I finally started getting money, I started investing into materialistic stuff like J's. And to be straightforward with you, I ain't even care if they was name brand or not. Hey, ain't no shame in my game from getting those clothes from those guys that be shipping them overseas with the fake Jordan on there. He kind of slightly dunking, but he ain't really dunking. But shoot, because of the sauce and the swag, everybody like, hey man, you got some fresh J's on, et cetera, et cetera. But I just didn't believe it in the time in my mind, spending that much money on shoes. And I'm saying all that to say this. Had I would have had somebody there guiding me, mentoring me, as opposed to investing in materialistic stuff to make myself look better, I would have made a whole lot of business moves with that money. I can't even talk to you or tell you how much money I was blowing in a weekend. I make all this money and just blow a whole check when I actually got me a legit job. You know, just blowing money to not because like I was trying to keep up with the Joneses. Mainly more so just to dress better, look better, just, you know, just do me. But I could have done me with that same mentality, like, okay, cool, DeAndre, you rocking the same stuff. Okay, all you need is some clean clothes, you know, clean clothes, you know, just do what you do, man. Make them investments because it make more sense to me to make the money make money or be in a position where you can make the money make money and make your money make wise investments with your money. Long story short. Because we was up in the club, man, flashing 20s, doing all kind of stupid stuff, you know, with the girls, man, and the girls was going all kind of crazy. And at the end of the day, fast forward in the future, man, had I would have kept that same mentality, man, I would have not been the man that I am today. You know what I'm saying? That's, hey.
Was they like girls going wild?
Hey, it was like girls going wild, you know what I'm saying? And
without the beads or with the beads?
Oh, they had beads in their head too. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those yep in my white tee moments. You know what I'm saying? Back in that era when you the levy, you know that going back up and throw some D's on it. Just bought it, you know.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I had a
man.
Cadillac too. That mother was kind of raggedy, but I used to play the mess out of this song in that
sure.
car.
Hey,
It wasn't no D's, but it was on some
Man.
rims though. I'm telling you.
Mercury Sable
up.
with beats in there, all interior speakers switched out with the CD player. Like, look at this dude, man, riding around in this Mercury Sable, man, with them beats banging. I'm like,
Hey,
what's up, y'all?
Nah, for sure.
It was cold as a mug in that car. Come think about it. I ain't even had no heat in that car.
Shit,
Humble.
Man, talk about
Man.
Humble.
first
But,
cars.
you know, hey, but to get back to that though, you actually brought up the point ultimately that I wanted to get to was just being humble. My experiences, man, had all those. I went from the no clothes all the way up to having clothes. It has really humbled me to where I am now. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's about though, just being humble. Cause it's like, well, you'll get humble too at the same
Man,
time.
what you said?
But it's cause like you said, back to the meals you had, what you had. And you had to, be thankful for what you did have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Man.
saying? So it definitely makes sense to me, man. But
Nah, that's a fact. Just being appreciative of things, it don't really mean nothing. Just your inside is what it will matter. for
Man,
sure.
what you said, and to be straightforward with you, just like Brother T, that's why I was so good. Just jamming with all crowds, man. I'll kick it with the nerds because I was part nerds. I'll kick it with the artists because I was part artist. I'll kick it with the guys out there in the streets because I was part street. It really didn't matter to me as long as you was a good person and operated with integrity. And to be honest with you, my definition of integrity evolved throughout time, as well as family, as well as a brother, as well as love. All those definitions evolve with time. But I'm saying all that to say this. If you was a good person, had good energy, I ain't care if you was from the scummiest of scummy places. If you had really good energy and I can vibe with you, we'll just be vibing. And that's why today, I go out there in the universe, man, and just get so much love off of the principles that I was operating on, which is at the time, I really didn't even have no principles. I was just figuring life on out. And then discovered that, okay, oh, that's what that is. Okay, cool. All right, this is what this is. Okay, so that's why that's like that. Okay, cool.
Right.
And that's crazy, man, just going off of raw natural instinct, man, just navigating that way. Now I got the terms to put to it.
Straight up.
This was up, man. This was up. All right, y'all.
What else you got, man?
Man, let's talk about any stories, man. Any wild stories you got, man. Got any wild stories y'all want to share, man? It's just like you look back at it and you like, dang, I can't believe I even did some of this stuff, man. Or just wild stuff.
I mean, I could definitely say the time, man, when I stole my mom's car, and I was young too. Like
You stole it?
I stole it, bro. Like I was trying to get up out there, bro. But I didn't know what I was doing. Like straight up, I was a kid. Like I say, man, I had to been like under 10 years old, bro, or something like that. Had to be, bro. I don't know how I did it, but I did it, bro.
Oh, man.
No bullshit, man.
You say 10?
Bro, had to be.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
Under that.
Oh,
Under that,
man.
Bro. And I know that for sure because this is when we lived in Indianapolis. And how our house was set up, we pretty much just had like, our house or whatever, and then there's like a little alley in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Mama parked in the back, and then it was just a little alley or whatever. So I don't know how, like I really don't know, but I just remember pulling out, and then I guess I just turned the wheel some way to where it's going straight, but the alley was like downhill, so I probably didn't even put it in drive or nothing. I probably just smacked it in neutral or something, and the car was just rolling. And all I remember is I'm just in the front seat just going, you know what I'm saying? Not super fast or nothing like that, but I'm just rolling. Then my our neighbor at the time, it was this older black lady, and she just, she was always out in her garden and stuff like that. So she just happened to be outside, and she just was screaming. All I heard her was screaming. I'm just like, shit, I'm rolling though. Like I'm cool though. What you screaming for?
Did you have your arm up?
No, I think I was 10 to 2. I think I was 10 to 2 probably, standing on the seat. I think I was 10 to 2 standing on the seat. So yeah, man, I did that shit. Miss Neighbor or whatever, she came and got my mom. I see my mom. Now that's when I knew I was in trouble. I see my mama running full speed. I ain't never seen my mama run full speed. I see my mama running, chasing the car, man. Oh man. We got back to the crib, goodness. Boy. She found the closest thing and beat the dog shit out of me, boy. Like, gave me a lesson for sure. Like, man, what the hell is wrong with you? You could have hurt yourself.
What you think you was like at that time? What you was thinking, man?
I was bad, bro. That's why I was like, I hope my son just stay sane and just chill. You know what I'm saying? How he is right now. But I was fucking with shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, same page, man.
I was super destructive, bro. It was a point in time where, like, I would just take everything apart. Like, no matter what it was, toys. Like, just fucking with shit. But, like, what am I doing that for? Like, you know what I'm saying? But my mind was elsewhere, bro.
So after the whipping, how did you feel?
Shit, I'd never touch them keys again. I never grab nothing ever again, bro. Ever again.
Another humble experience.
No, for sure.
What you said?
I knew that I was not supposed to be driving. That's it right there, bro.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm gonna go back in time with this one. I remember like my school. I don't know what grade it was. It had to be like first or second grade. I don't know what it was, but I support you. I was one of those little kids because my mom spent a lot of time at work just putting food on the table, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be out, little dude just coming in the house at like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. So just imagine what I was doing on my bike. I was one of those little hood kids, man, just riding around. But I'm saying all that to say this. We had an event at school, and I was super happy because it was like a little mini carnival inside the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, I get there with my mom, you know, I'm turned up. I'm like, yeah, we finna have all fun. There's prizes. And I went to like a school, you know, where all cultures was going, you know. Back in the day, you know, Ferguson Elementary, somewhere up in there, close to Kinlock. But I'm saying that to say this, we up in there, we chilling. And, you know, I see all these white people smiling and stuff, you know, with the prize out. You know, I see black kids stuff running up, white kids all over the place, you know, just having a real good time. So I was like, yeah, Mom, I walked up in there, you know, my head up in the air, you know, shoulders down, I'm chilling, I'm scanning the scene. So I go up to this one booth, and I remember this white, like, she was smiling, hey, you want to come on in, have a turn? I'm like, yes, ma'am. So long story short, it was like a little sandbox with like a spatula. And then at the within the sandbox, it was like little bitty coins or something. I don't know what it was, but them little bitty coins, you had to shake the spatula until like you get the coins on the spatula only with no sand. So that spatula was metal. And so long story short, I couldn't get no coins. I dig it up in there, shake it. I must have been shaking it super hard because all the sand and everything fell off and flew everywhere. I just dig my hand in there again. I probably put that spatula up in there probably about a good 4 or 5 times up in that joint and still ain't come out with no coins. But then my mom was right behind me. She was like, Nuke, I'm going to help you. So she put her arm around my arm and then grabbed my hand on top of the spatula. And then we dug it up in that scoop. And I'm like, it's burning. And I tried my best to hold on to that spatula. But I felt that spatula because it was metal, because my mom had my hand real tight. So that spatula was cutting into my hand, and then I just yelled, shit, when that spatula cut me. I was like, oh, shit. And I just turned around and slapped the hell out of my mom. I just jumped up into a slap. I was like, and then my mom talking about, I threw my whole body into that slap. I'm talking about that slap was loud, and when I turned around and I looked at that white lady that was there, her eyes got like super big. I'm talking about super big, and then I turned back around to my mom, looked her dead in the face, her cheek red and everything. All my mom did was just smile. She was like, it's time to go. And I already knew what time it was, man. So long story short, I looked at the white lady. The white lady was just froze like a deer in headlights, like, what the hell did I just see? And long story short, we walking out the door. The white lady looked at us the entire time. That big old steel gym door opened up. And then as soon I'm looking at the white lady, I'm just turning around, I'm looking at her. And I waved by and everything. And then right when I waved by and that door was shut, I looked dead at my mom. My mama looked at me like, Nuke, bop. I'm like, oh, wait till we get home. Bop. Wait till we get home. I'm like, no. Bop. I'm like, it ain't even stop on the way home. Bop. I'm like, oh, bop. And then my cousins, the story ain't even over, man. The story ain't even over. So we get to the house, bop, go get my switch. I'm like, bop, no, bop, hurry up. I'm like, oh. So long story short, man, she chilling. She had a water bed too. So she was like, Nuke, come here. My big cousin sitting right next to her. You know, they chilling, they conversating. She's like, she bent me over that knee, had my pants down, I got to whooping my ass with that little switch. I'm saying that to say this. I'm getting my ass whooped. I remember my uncle came in. He came in like, what's going on? She like, Nuke just slapped the shit out of me at school. I'm like, oh, he like, okay. He was there with all his friends, so she was whooping me. He went in the room. He came back like, damn, you still whooping him? His friends came. They came back, damn, you still whooping him? My mom, they left and came back. You know what I'm saying? And my big cousin was like, dang, lady, how long you gonna whoop? I'm like, I'm talking about, man, she whooped me to the point where my cousin stopped asking. They was having a whole conversation. I'm still getting whooped. I'm yelling and I'm screaming. I'm like, I hate you. I hate you. And long story short, she like, you what? Start turning up. And I start yelling, I love you. I love you. I love you, mama. I love you. Because right next to me laughing, everybody that was with my uncle in the room, they came up, they started looking, they was laughing too. I was like, when she got done with me, I gave her a hug. I love you, mama. I'm sorry. And then I went in my room. But yeah, man, that was an iconic story, man. I never, ever raised my hand to her. Or, you know what, to be real with you, man, I've never slapped any woman beyond that because that was an iconic moment. Man.
Wow.
Damn, bro.
But the lesson learned from that, though, you know what I'm saying? I was cruising up under a bridge one day, and my mom, she looked at me dead in the eye. She was like, yo, Nuke. And this is why, like, I'm just going to be real with you, man. Just straightforward. I mean, it is what it is with you if you do this. But straightforward, my mom looked me dead in my eyes. We rolling up under a bridge. I'll never forget the location. She says, Nuke, she's like, don't hit girls because, you know, dudes that hit girls is punks. I was like, you got a point there. You got a point. And to be straightforward with you, man, I got one more crazy story to share, if y'all don't mind.
Do your thing, man. Look, okay. I don't know if I can top those.
Man, I sure got another one in my head.
Okay, so look, man, prior to this speech, because it was a combo, it was that situation and then it was this situation, because that first one with the mom was the first one. So then there was this other one. So I'm on the playground chilling. I'm running. Kid you not, I was one of those bad kids. So if somebody made me mad at the playground, I just grab a handful of rocks, them little bitty rocks, and just run up to them, hit them hella hard with the rocks. And them rocks, they little and they sting when they hit you, because if you throw them at a certain speed, they bounce off your body, but they crash into you like a shower with a sting. So I'm like, okay, cool. So long story short, I don't know what had happened that day. But I was walking away crying or something. I think some dudes tried to jump me or something. I don't know what happened. But this girl walked up to me. She was like, that's why you got beat up. I'm like, what? I'm like, long story short, I'm saying that to say this. I ran up to her. That's why she was a big sister too. You know, we little kids, man. This probably like the first grade. She's like, what? I'm talking about, she was laughing at me. Cheeks was jiggling and stuff. Belly was jiggling. I'm like, I ran up to her, uppercut in the stomach. Stomach started jiggling and stuff. She was like, oh, started crying and stuff. Look, next thing you know, man, you know what's crazy, man? Prior to that, look, some kids tried to jump me. So you know what? I'm running around the playground, you know what I'm saying? Boom, ducking, dodging, boom, swing, boom. Principal grabbed me, snatched me up, brought me to the office. And so I remember, I'm like, man, he taking too long. So I went back outside on recess. And then that's when I was crying. So I'm like, man, these dudes. And then she walked up to me, started crying. Walked up to me, started laughing. That's when I hit her in the stomach with the jelly piece. And so long story short, she walked away and she was crying or whatever. Next thing you know, a group of girls said, oh, you just punched such and such. I'm like, no, I didn't. And she walked up, grabbing her stomach. Yes, he did. So next thing you know, the same dudes that was trying to fight me on recess, now it's a whole group of girls trying to fight me too. So I'm running, I'm ducking, I'm dodging from the whole playground, I'm throwing punches at the dudes, and I'm dodging the girls and everything. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying all that to say this. My mom caught wind of everything, and that's when we had that conversation. So I'm saying all that to say this. She said to me, the dudes that hit on girls is a punk. And all I can remember was like, yeah, Mom, I messed up. I slapped my mom, and then I had punched that girl in the stomach and made her stomach jiggle. And what's crazy is when her stomach started jiggling, I ain't gonna even lie to you, when her stomach started jiggling and her cheeks started wiggling, she had a little neck roll too. She was like, I'm talking about I hit her in the belly, boom, her whole body started jiggling, and I started laughing. I'm talking about, man, that was like the highlight of recess. So as I'm dodging and ducking and moving, I'm laughing the whole time too. So I'm saying all that to say this. It didn't make it right. And to that sister, I'm sorry if you remember me to this day. I'm so sorry I did that to you. Just operating as a man. Now I'm sorry, I just didn't know. But yeah, going closing this out, dudes. They hit on girls as punks, man. Just gotta throw that out there.
Straight up, bro.
Big punks. Nah, and it's crazy that you lead off with that because I had a story just like that when it came to this one girl. So this one girl, I was like, I'll never forget. It was 4th grade, bro. And this girl, man, she was just trying to John on everybody in the class. Now, the same girl, she was like, since she was a part of, like, she had twin brothers. So, and the twin brothers known for fighting everybody, bro. They was known for fighting everybody. So, she's joning in the class. And I ain't really tripping off of it. I'm like, whatever, it's funny, whatever. But she got to me and tried to start joning on me. I know how to jone, bro.
Right,
like, I'm a jone back.
right.
And she had one of those, like, the one ponytails that want to come together but they can't.
Straight up.
She had one of those ponytails.
They want to, but they can't. They hold on by a string.
They holding on like, hey, pick me up. But no, it was just like she'll brush it up, but that mug just say, I can't hold on. So she got mad at me because I kept joning on her. And I'm telling you, man, ponytail was skeet as a mug, so I just kept gunning that mug to the point where she got so mad, bro, and she started swinging on me. Damn. And back to what you said, we knew this when we was, younger. Can't hit on girls. But that day, I wanted to knock her head off. But it was like the whole time too. I'm like, if I fight her, I gotta fight both her brothers too. I'm like, dang. So I just like, I ain't even do nothing. And they was like, Terron, you okay? The teacher, you okay? I'm up here like crying. She's like, what are you crying? Because I'm like, I wanted to hit her so bad.
No, facts.
I wanted to hit her. I just can't hit her.
Facts.
And then right after that, bro, it was so weird because then I see her brothers. I'm like, I'm just ready. I ain't even say nothing. But I'm like, because I knew they knew. I'm like, yeah, like, what's up, man? Like, what y'all on? He like, man, we already know she crazy, man. We ain't tripping out for it. Man, they sit down at lunch. We eating together. I'm like, what the hell's going on with y'all, man? I'm like, man, this shit weird. But it was so crazy because at that moment, I'm like, bro, now I'm pretty sure if it would have went to that point where I'm hitting on their sister, it would have probably been totally different.
Yeah, it would have been.
You know what I'm saying? It was totally different. But it was
sure.
just like that lesson that, I learned from mom, like, hey, don't hit on girls. You know what I'm saying? Eliminate that other problem I could have had too with both her brothers. I could have been dealing with that every day. So it was just like one of those things. I'm like, dang, man. I'm like, but I wanted to hit her so bad, man. Because I'm like, bro, why this girl swing on me, bro? I'm like, and it was so crazy because feel like when she swung on me, the whole crowd just like gathered around me. I'm like, man, what the hell going on? I'm like, man, I just want, and all I could do is just see her just tunnel vision. I'm like, man, this punch is for that ponytail. That's all I wanted to hit. I'm like, I want to knock all of it off now, but I'm like, man, I can't do it. And then it was just one of those moments I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't though. You know what I'm saying? It was just that. It was just one of those points where it's like I was disciplined enough not to, think like that. And it just turned out, for the better, man. It was just like, if you're going to Joan, be able to, if you can dish, you got to be able to take it.
You got to take it back.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, you started with me. I didn't do this.
And see, that's the thing. Like when it came to like Joan and all that shit, I wasn't no good Joner. Like I talk about, who I want to talk about and all that stuff. But when it came to like, I say professional Joning because I got a cousin. My cousin, shout out to Jamar. That boy could Joan his butt off, man. I'm talking about sit there all day and just talk about you. So I'm rolling with him. I'm like, hey, cuz, get him, cuz I can't Joan, bro. Like, I'm about to call my cousin, bro. He finna Joan your ass.
Yeah.
But no, after that, though, everybody already knew like joning on me. It was boring because I'm not gonna say nothing back. I can't join, bro. I just can't do it.
Hey, going to school with hoes in the clothes, man, and dirty attire, man. I had to learn how to be a beast with the word piece, man. And back in the day, man, I was real short and stubby looking. Kind of looked like Fat Albert, man. You know what I'm saying? With the curly hair and everything, man. So I would get a whole lot of Fat Albert jokes on me, man. Until I got high school, started getting tall in that joint. But I'm saying all that to say this. I had to come with the flames, man. I had to be ready at any time. You know what I'm saying? And then I was one of those guys, man, when a person joined on the same thing over and over, I would be like, okay, cool. So he's saying my breath stinks, so what I need to do? Go ahead, go brush my teeth a little bit longer. Come be quick. I'm like, no, you can't say that joke no more. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was evolving with the flames. I'm like, okay, cool.
That boy took him home and studied him.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Nah, them Jones is different though, man.
Facts. But I definitely had this one time where these group of kids wanted to jump me.
Mm-hmm.
So backtrack real quick. It was at a point in time where me and my dad, we was chilling out and stuff like that, and I'm just like, man, Dad, like, I really want a bike. I want a bike, man. Can I get a bike? He like, man, we'll get you a bike. Don't worry about it. A few days go by, whatever the case may be. I come home. Shit, I got a bike in my room. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, shit, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? He had his little bike and everything, too. So we riding our bike together, riding our bikes. And it was cool. Like, it clearly wasn't like no brand new bike, though. You know what I'm saying? It was all gray. I think it was like one of them Mine Gooses or something like that, or Next bikes or something like that. But I just remember it being gray. And then the wheels was black on them. So I'm like, oh, this mother fresh. So I'm hyped. And then we'll just pretty much take ride bikes and all that stuff every day after school or something like that. There was this one time where, like, he sent me up to the store. So how our house was at the time, like, it's like this, it was a super tall hill, basically. The store was on top of the hill. So I'm rolling up to the store, drop my bike off at the outside the store, go in the store, get my candy and all that stuff. And then I just see these kids, like, pointing at me, like, as I'm getting on my bike, and I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking none of it. They steady kind of like running towards me, and then I'm hearing them like, hey, that's my bike. Hey, that's my bike. So I took off. I'm gone. So I'm finally get back home, talk to my dad. I'm like, man, some kid was chasing me. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh, yeah. We're going to have to spray paint that bike then, because make a long story short, he stole the damn bike. Stole the bike from some other kid just so I can have mine. And I'm just like, dude, what the hell? So I'm trying to figure out why these kids chasing me. They chasing me down the hill. But of course I'm going on them because they like, what the hell?
Daddy said, if you ask, I give it.
No, straight up. So my pops just stole the damn bike, bro. And had these damn kids chasing me ready to whoop my ass, bro, because we ain't even changed the color, nothing. Then all he said was, wow, we got to spray paint it. Like, bro, that ain't that, bro. I don't even want to ride this.
They know me.
They know they saw me. Exactly. They seen me, bro. Like, I don't want to ride this bike no more. I'm cool. Take this damn bike back where you got it, man. I was like, damn, man.
He said, yeah, this would be nice for my son. This gonna be real nice. Dang.
That shit crazy, though, man. No bullshit. True story. Straight true story.
I got one more, man. Like, this is crazy. It was still, like, one of those younger days, too. Man, when I say, like, my boy, right? So he had a problem with this one dude. He said, man, I want you to go down there just in case they don't jump me. I'm like, all right, that's cool, bro. He like, I'm like, but where you finna go? He's like, I'm finna go to their house. I'm like, why you going to their house, man? We should meet at the park or something. But whatever. So we go to their house or whatever. We pull up. Not pull up. We ain't drive. But we had our bikes.
Right. You pulled up.
We pulled up on the bike your daddy gave me.
Straight up.
But we pull up, right? And we get off the bike. So this was so crazy. So I'm like, all right, man. We just making sure nobody jump nobody. Blah, blah. It's one-on-one fight. So dude, like, hey, he like, man, you swing. So you know how people just sit there and just like, oh, nah, you swing. Nah, you swing. I'm like, bro, I ain't come down here for this, man. Like,
Facts.
Somebody gonna have to swing on somebody. So the dude that my boy was fighting, he swung on him. Dude swung back and hit my boy. Now, this word was funny because I'm like, as soon as he stole, he like, boom. He was like, ha! And when he when he did that, this is what he said after. He like, I gotta pee. I'm like, I was like, what? And bro, he literally stopped and peed, like right there when they was fighting. And I was like, what? I'm like, bro.
Now that boy felt that power. He said, fuck this shit.
They did not fight after that either.
Slapped the piss out of him.
Look, the fight was over, bro. I'm like, bro, did you really have to go right down, bro?
Like, you ain't think about the whole way here?
Man, you know I was like, dude, you really just, I'm like, bro, this is embarrassing, bro. So every time they just call him PP, man. I was like, oh my God, bro.
That's crazy.
I was like, nah, I can't believe this, bro. I'm like, you made me come down here for this. And look, and I'm already like, I gotta take off my glasses to fight. So it's like, come on, man, you can't make me look stupid out here with you. Yeah, man, exactly. So I was like, bro, what the heck is you doing? But it was funny, man. It was funny.
Damn, man. Shout out to PP, man.
PP, I can't remember. Look, that's what's so crazy. I can't remember his name. Man, we called him that so much because he literally did exactly that, bro. And everybody was laughing right after that. Even the dude that hit him.
Yeah.
He started laughing. He like, what?
Like, wait a minute. That's what I'm saying. That threw him off. Like, what?
Threw everybody off. He was like, what?
My goodness, dude. That just actually reminded me of this one time, man. And I actually felt so damn bad, bro, because at the time, this me and my homie, and we riding our bikes to the park. Now, this is my bike for real. This was bar bike. We got this from Walmart. But we rode to the park and all that shit, man. And then I seen my other homie. So, but they not like, they not like cool. My homie, both of them, my homies, like I said, I played football with one, and then I just pretty much went to school with the other one. You know what I'm saying? So I knew both of them, and they both was cool. So we up there just playing basketball and all that stuff. And then they must have got into it. Like, I'm not knowing exactly what sparked it, but they just, you know what I'm saying, some basketball, whatever case may be, a hard foul or something happened.
Right.
So my homie that I play football with, he was already at the park. He got them hands. Like, he got them hands, but mind you, the homie that I roll with, I never seen him fight. So I'm like, oh, shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing peacemaker because, like I said, both of them my homies. But I'm like, hey, if y'all going to do y'all thing, I ain't finna get in the middle of it either. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, I'm trying to stop y'all. They still both mad, whatever case may be. Man, dude, my homie that played football with me slapped the hell out of bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt so bad because I'm like, damn, bro, we got to ride home together, bro. Like, you good, bro? Like, he didn't even want to fight him no more. Like, that was just that. It was pretty much just like one slap, and he slapped him so hard, though, that you could see this man's handprint on his face, though. So I'm just riding back home with him like, bro, you good, bro? Like, I'm sorry, but shit, like, shit, both of y'all my homies, bro. Shit, what you want me to do? But I'm like, damn, man. Like, I just felt hella bad, though, because I'm like, I ain't even really want to ride home with bro after that. Because I'm like, bro, you ain't going to fight him back and then, like, shit, what's going on, bro? Like,
was he hungry or anything after that?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. That boy went straight home. I hope put some green beans or something on his face, man. Cause shit, that boy, you could see it though, and that's the thing, bro. Was dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? So I promise you, he slapped the shit out of that man, bro.
Damn, why he smacking like that?
Man, like I said, something happened, bro. Something happened to where like it was a hard foul. Shit was being talked. You know how it is on the court, man. They just got too rowdy, man. But I was just like, damn.
After he smacked him, what he like? Did he say anything?
He got back on his bike. That's the thing. Like, I'm talking about, boom, he slapped him. Dude just walked off and got on his bike. He like, man, come on, I'm finna go home. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the tough talking went out the window after that slap. It was just like, that was just it. Promise you, that was it. Then I'm like, of course, like, shit, all right, then, shit, I guess I'm going to head out because I rolled up to the park with you, so shit, we stayed by each other at the time, so I'm like, damn, but I'm just looking at him like, riding our bike back home, like, you good, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't saying that.
He riding the bike, hey, watch out for that car, bro.
Man. Facts, though.
I see you ain't paying attention.
Man. Hey, but nah, that shit was over with, though, man.
Damn.
I got this one. I'm going to share this one real quick. I don't even know if I should share this one, but I'm going to go ahead and just throw it out there, man. I'm young, right? I'm chilling. I used to get sent out all the time. Like my grandma used to collect like pennies and quarters and nickels and put them in like a little glass jar. So every time we went over her house, it's like it never ran out of money. I can go to the store, buy me sunflower seeds, them little Tootsie candies or whatever, the different flavors, chips. It ain't even matter. But I'm saying that to say this. I will go to the store faithfully. I dip my hand in that jar. I just grabbed. I ain't even count the money. I just grabbed a little bit of handful of money out. And then I go to the corner store right around the corner. And long story short, I went there one day. I'm like, yeah, because I used to get this like apple sucker with like the caramel mixed on there. It's like the green apple sucker with the caramel and the wrap up. Man, them things was fire.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I'm saying that. And then I was like, you know what? I bought that. I was like, you know what? I'm finna go ahead and grab this candy out because if you get the apple sucker with the caramel on there, you might as well get the caramel apple. You know what I'm saying? The regular apple that's dipped with, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So long story short, it's dark time. You know, I ain't care what time it was. I was going to the store. And I remember one time I was walking out of the store just minding my business. You know, cracked that soak open. Boom. Had that candy apple in my hand. I'm walking. I was just completely clueless at the time. I was just walking. This dude was like, he walked up from behind. He was like, hey, yo, what's up? I was like, what's good? And then long story short, as soon as I turned back around, he snatched the candy apple out of my hand. I'm like, dude, what you doing? Give me my candy apple back. He like, oh, you want this? And I was like, yeah, I want that. Give me my stuff back. So long story short, he was like, he smiled. I don't know what he was doing, but I thought he was finna say, come and take it from me. But long story short, he took that candy apple, he pulled his pants. I'm like, what is this dude doing? I thought he was finna cuff it. This dude pulled his pants all the way down and then flicked his nuts with my candy apple. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Long story short, I'm tore up, man. So long story short, look. And then when he got done with that, he was like, you want it back, huh? You want it back? I'm like, dude, you can keep it. You can keep it. If it's that serious, it's yours, my man. I'm gone.
Oh, my goodness.
And then he said, thank you. I'm like, no.
I could have bought you one, man.
And you know what's crazy is, man, I even thought about fighting him. I thought about beating the sleeves off of him, but then I was like, he was just touching on himself. So then every hand that he put on me, it's going to be genital hands. So I'm like, no, all I could do was walk away. I'm like, man, I can't, man, he done just messed it up, man. I was going to enjoy this candy up on the way home, man. It's going to be eating good, man. Now my man's, dropped me, teabagged the candy apple, man, and enjoyed it for himself, man. I couldn't even fight him because his hand was all on himself, man. So more of the story is, lesson learned from that day, keep my stuff in the bag, and I pay attention to everything that's going on around me when I'm at a store with some candy in my hand, man.
Oh, wow.
Shit, man, that's wild. That's a wild
Man,
story. That's a way to end it, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I don't know what else to say after that.
Man, I think of one person when you said that. Like, I promise you, that's some shit my little cousin will be on, bro. I promise you. Rub his nuts on the damn
I'm talking
sucker.
about flick them up like that. Man, I was scarred. It's like I just froze. I'm like, I can't believe this dude just did this bad.
Bro. What?
This outside.
Outside.
How old is this dude, man?
I don't even know, man. We was in like grade school, so he had to be like 2 grades up or a grade up from me. I don't know which one it was, but he was a bigger kid. I'm like, man, what?
He was doing a lot of stuff.
Man.
A lot of stuff.
Man.
That man.
He was taking a caramel apple and putting it on his...
And then he went back and ate it.
It was still in it. It was in it, it was wrapped up in that little plastic thing that if you squeeze it, it got the little crunch to it.
Yeah.
Not only was he like scooping his nuts out of that motherfucker, you heard the crunch too. That the crunch from a wrap on that motherfucker. I'm like, you know what, man? Yeah, you can have it, bro. I'm gone. You got it, man. You got it.
Oh, man.
Damn.
And ask me if I want it. Come and take. I'm like, nah, it's yours, man. It's yours. I don't even want no problems, man. I don't want your hands touching me, and I don't want that apple, man.
I'm gonna eat these tussies, right?
Man, what you said?
I'm gonna eat this one. He got apple in here, so.
Man, make it so bad, man. I had enough change to get my man's apple if he wanted it that bad.
Yeah.
Man, it's just, oh man, that scarred me, man. I was hurt.
That's crazy though, man.
And just like that, man. That's wild stories for you. So we'll have a part 2 on this one. We got more.
Yeah,
we got more,
boy.
man. So I just wanted to say, man, that's what happens in the city, man. The city.
You listen to
The City
Talk
Podcast.
Let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.